In April 2013, the boxing world witnessed a moment that defined this phenomenon. Canelo Alvarez, young, powerful, and hungry, stepped into the ring against the undefeated Austin Trout. The hype was electric. Two fighters, both in their prime, both carrying the weight of legacy on their gloves. From the opening bell, Trout controlled the rhythm with surgical precision, jabbing, pivoting, and defending like a man writing poetry in motion. But Canelo was biding his time. Each round, he chipped away at Trout's confidence, breaking down his rhythm one counterpunch at a time. And then, in the 7th round, Canelo decided enough was enough. He shifted gears, not just the tempo of the fight, but Trout's very balance. A right hand landed so perfectly that it sent Trout spinning in midair, performing a pirouette that would have made a ballet instructor proud, if it hadn't been caused by sheer violence. That moment was boxing distilled into its purest form. Elegance meeting destruction. But to truly understand the art of the knockout, you must go back to 1986, the year a 20-year-old named Mike Tyson stepped into the ring to claim destiny itself. They called him Kid Dynamite, and from the first bell the name proved prophetic. Facing the reigning champion Trevor Berbick, Tyson was a storm trapped in human form. Berbick, arrogant and mocking, thought he could humiliate the young challenger. He taunted, he danced, he tried to bully. But Tyson didn't do games. He did damage. By the 2nd round, Berbick's smirk was gone, replaced by panic. Tyson's fists detonated with terrifying precision. 1, 2, 3 shots that folded Berbick's body like a house of cards. His legs wobbled, twisted, and betrayed him completely. He staggered across the ring like a puppet on invisible strings before collapsing. When he stood again, it was only to fall once more. That night, Tyson didn't just win a title. He made Berbick dance his way into boxing history, unwillingly. Fast forward to a modern war in the ring. Simon Keane versus Adam Braidwood. Two heavyweights who refused to step back, treating the ring not as a sporting stage but as a battlefield. Every punch echoed like artillery fire. The crowd could feel the vibrations in their chests as fists collided with bone and willpower. For a few minutes, neither man gave ground, and every second felt like it might end with catastrophe. Then Simon Keane unleashed a combination that landed with the kind of precision that makes silence fall before the roar. His opponent's legs turned to liquid, his body staggering like a man tossed out of a bar after too many drinks. The fight was over, but the image of that stumble, the brief moment between consciousness and collapse, became immortalized in the highlight reels of boxing folklore. Then there was the strange and unforgettable clash in August 2024, a Korean parody of The Ultimate Fighter that became something far greater than entertainment. In the spotlight stood Sayuki Tatsuki and Park Hamb, two fighters with pride on the line. Tatsuki mocked his opponent from the weigh-in to the face-off, slapping, taunting, and sneering like a man who'd already written his victory speech. But when the bell rang, Karma arrived wearing gloves. Park Hamb unleashed a storm that Tatsuki couldn't withstand. The mocker turned into the mocked, staggering across the mat as if struck by lightning. Each punch seemed to drain more of his arrogance until he was left spinning, dazed, his body twisting into a chicken dance of pure defeat. Park Hamb didn't just win that fight, he delivered poetic justice with every jab, but perhaps no moment. Captured the absurdity and beauty of boxing knockouts. Like the duel between Sharif Bogger and Randolo Armenta. Both men entered undefeated, both hungry, both believing they could not fall. The first few rounds were pure chaos, fists flying, sweat spraying, and hearts pounding. And then, out of nowhere, Sharif landed a clean shot that froze time. The punch connected squarely on Armenta's jaw, sending his legs into an uncontrollable frenzy. He stumbled backward, arms flailing, his body performing an involuntary dance that audiences would replay for years to come. It was the kind of moment that defined the sport's cruel irony, where mastery meets misfortune in a split second. At the dawn of the new millennium, the MGM Grand Garden Arena hosted one of the most iconic chicken dance moments ever caught on camera. Zab Judah, fast, flashy, confident, squared off against the relentless Costa Chu. The first round was all Zab. His jabs landed with machine-like accuracy, his footwork dazzling. He looked untouchable, invincible. But in the second round, Chu charged up a right hand that would become the stuff of legend. It landed flush and time seemed to pause. Judah's body went limp, then wild. His legs performed a dance that physics couldn't explain. He stumbled, tried to recover, and fell again, twice before the referee mercifully stopped it. That clip would forever serve as the crown jewel of boxing knockouts, the moment when pride, speed, and precision collided with the unstoppable force of power. And then came November 2009, a modern-day David versus Goliath spectacle. On one side, the towering Russian giant Nikolai Valuev, a man so massive he seemed engineered in a lab. On the other, the nimble, strategic Brit, David Haye. Few gave Haye a chance. The size difference alone looked like a cruel joke. But the bell rang, and David began writing one of the most stunning chapters in boxing history. He darted in and out, his movement sharp, his punches precise. Valuev, confused and lumbering, swung wildly, but Haye was untouchable. With every connection, the giant wobbled, his balance faltering like a skyscraper on uneven ground. Then, in a flash, Haye delivered the finishing touch, a thunderous right that sent the giant stumbling into the ropes, his legs shaking like the earth itself had shifted beneath him. It was over. The underdog had conquered the monster, from Canelo's precision to Tyson's fury, from Park Ham's poetic revenge to Judah's unforgettable fall. These moments prove that in boxing, balance isn't just physical, it's psychological. A single mistake, one misjudged move, and even the strongest can crumble. These knockouts weren't just about force. They were about timing, willpower, and the fragile dance between dominance and downfall. The chicken dance isn't just a meme or a viral clip. It's a reminder that in the most brutal sport on earth, even the greatest can be humbled by one clean strike. And now, as you've witnessed the most iconic, hilarious, and jaw-dropping chicken dances in boxing history, the question remains, which one shocked you the most? Was it Tyson's merciless destruction of Berbick, or Canelo's clinical precision against Trout? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think defines the perfect knockout. And if you enjoyed reliving these electrifying moments of boxing history, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more adrenaline-packed stories from the ring, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next legendary punch that sends another fighter's legs into orbit. This was Boxing Game, and we'll see you ringside for the next fight that shakes the world.